Hello YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. Hope you guys are all doing pretty fantastic. Now this is a question on behalf of Modern Warfare 3's, someone was asking me what's the best assault rifle to do running and gunning. That has the best, damage output as well as, it can keep you going. Well, here's a couple things. There's a couple ways you could do this. At the same time, it's always preference of choice at the end of the day, but what I found most successful for this type of gameplay, some people call the AK-47. That gun is extraordinarily inaccurate. To me, it doesn't feel that great in the hand because you just go, too busy trying to balance it with your right analog stick, and by the time you do that, you're probably almost likely dead. It's a gun of skill. Don't get me wrong. It has to have a lot of patience and skill to mess around with that gun. Is the FOD, which is second in place for me. When it comes to running and gunning, it's the best mobility. It sacrifices for damage and a lot of other things such as accuracy and range. But at the end of the day, I always go with the M4A1 for this style of gameplay. Now, what I like to do with this gun, because it is kind of loud and people will hear your ass like 5 million miles away, is use a suppressor, and I use impact because some people are gonna run away from you since they see you shooting this damn thing. So it's good to shoot through some wall or some terrain at least. That's why I have the impact on there, and also it actually does a little bit of extra damage output too. It doesn't quite show it, but I noticed it does a little bit better of damage when it comes to sniper rifles as well as assault rifles. So I picked that gun. Now for secondary, a lot of people, if not, usually go with the Scorpion or the MP9, but I like to go with the FMG9. It's, to me, the most deadliest freaking machine pistols I've saw in this game for a while. The stats show the other ones are so much more better, obviously by a landslide. This is almost identical, a little bit more extra damage output, but not as good as the FMG9s. But it's just a weird combination. You use Kimbo with these, you are a freaking running killing machine. I got a triple kill, which I'll show you in a clip quite soon. This gun, these two guns together, this combination, I felt are really deadly. I found that I suggest these guns to some people, they tried it and they were just doing really well with them. And they're not really great players. Myself, I'm not a great player. Let's face it, I'm not the perfect player. I'm not that great at this game. I just like having fun and experimenting with different guns, and that's the whole point of this game is just to have fun. A lot of people misinterpret that, take it way too seriously, and think they're MLG by the time before even hitting the doors. But either way, that's pretty much what I go with here. Now to go over what I use for perks, which is little bad boys down there with the extreme conditioning, Blast Shield Pro. The reason I went with Blast Shield Pro because I found through some trial and error that a lot of people throw a flashbang or stun at you if they see you come running at them. So with this, it does reduce the chances you actually getting these two hit you with, or people hitting you with this shit. Wow, I just totally slurred my words there for a moment. Whee! Coffee. Anyway, I use Steady Aim Pro with hip fire, and a lot of people do not know about this gun, but you could hip fire like a monster with this thing with Steady Aim and Steady Aim Pro. I tried with other guns, they kind of sway too much. This, it almost stays dead down the sight. So it's, you'll have a little bit of problems if you're trying to catch somebody and they're moving around too much, but if you can catch them just as they're running in towards you and you're running in towards them, perfect every time. But again, I was showing you a couple matches with me using the M4A1 just to show you guys how it works. Most people probably just suggest this and doesn't really, give you too much to look at or work with. But, without further ado, let's show you guys some gameplay with the M4A1. Again, I'm very appreciative of you guys taking a look at this video, and stay tuned for this footage coming up right now. The track provided in this video was by One Step Too Insane, and the song was called Confused. Downloaded for free off dubstep.net. Whee! With that said, oh man! Let's go into the lethal and tactical parts of this build. Now again, I forgot to mention those because I think I would be more essential to mention them after. These are optional, but I like to use the concussion to slow enemies down and throw frags in the middle of them to kill them a bunch of people. I only savor it when I'm getting lucky or feeling ballsy. As for the strike package, I wouldn't use assault right away unless you're really comfortable with doing that, because you'll lose all your counters from all the kills you build up with this build, because you do not have a hardline with this. Unless you're going with specialist, then use hardline, then obviously start off first with Blast Shield Pro, Scavenger, and Blind Eye. That would be pretty much the nice way to go. If you're using support, keep the counters simple so we can build up faster. At least do like 3 through 5 when it comes to the strike packages for support. The same towards assault unless you're feeling really ballsy. So with that said, take care.